Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news. Chinese data released over the weekend indicates their domestic economy is holding its own, and their export economy continues to thrive despite Trump. Over the weekend, China said its consumer prices rose 0.2% in October from a year ago, more than the expected no change and jumping back from the 0.3% decline in September. Meanwhile, China's producer prices eased another 2.1% in October on the same basis, marginally less than the 2.3% drop in September and the softest decrease since August 2024. And China reported that their October foreign exchange reserves swelled more than expected and are back to their highest level in a decade. China also said its exports dipped unexpectedly in October from a year ago as shipments fell 18% to the US. Imports from the US fell even more. But other than that, it seems to be business as normal. Australia and New Zealand both recorded healthy trade surpluses with China in October. Overall, China's October trade surplus came in at $90 billion for the month, missing many analysts' expectations it might top $100 billion as it did in August. In Taiwan, exports from the island nation surged 50% from October a year ago to a record high of $62 billion, accelerating from a 34% rise in the previous month, which itself was very impressive. In the world's largest economy, the November update of the University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Index has fallen to near an all-time low in a survey that began almost 80 years ago. Only the June 2022 recording was lower. A small dip was expected, but this time a large dip was recorded. In Canada, they delivered something of an unexpected positive surprise from their labour market in October. You may recall the unusually strong 60,000 September jobs gain, driven by very strong full-time employment. Analysts were expecting a pause, but in fact they reported a 67,000 jobs gain in October, although this one was largely driven by part-time jobs. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.09%, up 1 basis point from Saturday, but down 2 basis points for the week. And the price of gold will start today at fractionally under $4,000, down $5 from Saturday, basically back to week ago levels. And American oil prices are slightly firmer from Saturday at just under $60 a barrel, with the international Brent price now just under $63.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is now just on 56.3 US cents, up 10 basis points from Saturday, but down a full cent for the week. That's its lowest level in 7 months. Against the Aussie, we're 10 basis points lower at 86.5 Australian cents, and that's a 12-year low. Against the euro, we're up 20 basis points at 48.7 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at just over 60.8 and firmish from Saturday, but its lowest level since July 2009, a 16-year low. You can get more news about the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.